September 25th, 2018, Bill Cosby was the first celebrity to be sentenced to jail for drugging and sexually assaulting a woman in his home. He was sentenced to 3 to 10 years. This was huge because he represented racial barriers and a man that came up from the Philadelphia projects to be a well-known entertainer. This was the first time Me Too hit the celebrity level, introducing it now to the world of media and entertainment. Let's learn more about the Me Too movement highlights by first, a review of cases from 2018, secondly, a first-hand story from the woman who started it all, and finally, the support of featured people within our society. To begin, we'll look at how Me Too cases from 2018. In 1 year, many new things happened. Me Too is an example of a starting movement. In 2018, there have been many cases presented. Here are a few of them and how they have affected the outcome of this movement. Me Too has caused victims of sexually related crimes to come forward and say something after years of silence. Another article on Chicago Tribune, written in September of 2018, stated Harvey Weinstein, age 66, was accused of criminal sexual acts and standing out was a third-degree rape. This was caused by the increasing Me Too movement. This case caused awareness and confidence in the victims of sexual assault and sexual harassment. Victims of his crime came forward and began talking. The first jury was not able to come to a verdict with only 2 victims. Another jury who was assigned this case, after 6 victims testified, they acquitted him. That is when this movement took off. It gave multiple victims to come forward and tell their stories. This helped to put away people such as Mr. Weinstein for their crimes. This is showing one aspect on how Me Too is succeeding in their attempt to bring their victims forward. Another account of victims coming forward is the A99D case. Various media sources make it hard for victims to come forward because of their one-sided beliefs. Representing this is the A99D case. The writer was accused by Zinzi Clemens, who claimed that he had attempted to kiss her and force himself onto her. She had contacted a media source and was surprised to be verbally attacked by this reporter. In an article on theguardian.com, written in July of 2018, has a quote from Clemens that states, "I will tell my story when I feel the conditions are right, and I won't be used in the way the Boston Globe reporters did." She tweeted, I chose not to give a full account of the reporter because she was extremely aggressive and had clearly sided with Diaz by the time I spoke to her. I have made a state of shock ever since. I have made the mistake of calling her. This media source caused Clemens to be regretful about calling, and as stated, she thought she had made a mistake. No woman should have to feel this way. Next, let's focus on a first-hand story from the Me Too movement creator. In any big movement, it starts with one first story. After a lifetime of abuse, one person who is finally able to step out and give words to the feeling. One person can make a difference and encourage multiple others to do the same. Tarana Burke is the creator of the movement Me Too. She was an African-American woman who grew up in the Bronx, New York, and worked at Just Be Incorporated, a nonprofit organization for the well-being of young African-American women. She is a 3-time survivor of sexual assault, and her biography on biography.com, written in July of 2018, stated that Burke was left searching for the right words to help empathize on the countless women and young girls who have disclosed their experiences to her. Ever since, Burke has shared the message with survivors everywhere. Me Too. Me Too. Ever since she started this movement, more people are coming forward, telling their stories because they understand the feeling and can express it to the phrase, Me Too. Moving on, we'll look at how this movement has been supported by celebrities and others around the world. Without support, we would not have movements such as this. In many ways, the world of fame is a big impact on the world and how people take action. Here's how they have shown their support. With the help of celebrities, movements become big and allow the public to know about their stories. Celebrities express their feelings in multiple ways, but a big one is on social media. These platforms include Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. An example of this is Kayla Soldero, an English actress who starred in The Maze Runner and Pirates of the Caribbean. Kayla Soldero used her Twitter account to tweet, "It has taken me 13 years to say, me too. He is still protected by family members in Brazil. They've told lies to the papers to try to silence me." This tweeted on October 16th of 2016, highlighted on Inverse's website, shows just how much time and confidence it takes to come forward and say something. Even for someone who has put herself in the world to bring joy to everybody else. Scoldario shared her story because she wanted people to know what it's like to live with something like this. She showed how long it can take for somebody to come forward and the difference it can make, not just in America, but England too. This around the world example shows the impact this movement has made and how it has conquered more than one nation. Another example is celebrity Alyssa Milano. Many people have brushed this movement off, but others are calling for a change. Alyssa Milano is an American actress, liberal activist, and producer. Milano has called for action and for people to understand how big of a problem sexual harassment actually is. She went to Twitter crediting Tarana Burke by saying, "So we might give people a sense of the magnitude of the problem." Documented in December of 2016. In doing this, Milano showed her support of the cause and her opinion on how people are talking on the subject. This features how the movement has capped an online world too. As one can see, we have seen multiple ways in which Me Too highlights sexual assault and sexual harassment victims. We have learned how Me Too highlights by first the cases from 2018. They have taught us that when multiple victims come together, anyone can be brave enough to cause justice, and that you can come forward no matter the judgments and beliefs of other people, such as the media. This demonstrates the courage survivors and how they're able to push forward. The story of the creator, Tarana Burke, taught us that one person's actions can cause a chain effect. This led us into the world of support and confidence of the victims coming forward. And finally, with the support of big figures in our society and others coming forward, we can make a difference. This is shown through the conquer on social media and remarks from those in the celebrity world. All of these people are willing to come forward in support for the cause. You can do this too. Be a part of the movement and say, "Me too."